And this should be it. Okay. This, I don't think that this stream will be, viewed by anyone. But this is just a little thing going on. How about that? Very interesting. But this is just a little thing going on. Oh god. Just wanted to see if it was working. Alright, so this is my setup. I already edited the Will and me one and the me, Nelson, and Zach one. Monster. And I'm texting my girlfriend that I'm streaming. Maybe she'll pop in here. I'm streaming 3 exclamation parts, points, smiley face. Now you can see how much I actually stutter, and yeah. So I got me, I got Brian, I got Jake. That's usually how I set it up on 3 different tracks. I do have it on stereo because I read the McElroy podcast book that said always do mono. But I like stereo, and I don't intend to have like multiple people in one place, at least for a while. So I managed to get it all lined up. I think the audio is correct, but look at this right here. Look at Brian screaming. Well, he's probably not screaming, but he tends to be loud. So I'm gonna do. Well, let's see how we get.
That's really good. What do you?
That's red. Let's quiet you down a little, Brian. Let's do -3 amplify. That'll take 2.5 minutes. So I think I have 2-ish hours of audio here, and this will take me a very long time. Probably be editing, streaming for like an hour or so. Might as well tweet about it. I have zero idea how to link the. Let's see, if I copy and paste that, would I go to my stream? No. How do I find a key to my link, or a link to my streaming? Let's find out. Doop doop doo. Haha. Copy link address. Let's head over to Twitter. No notifications. Didn't expect any. Oh, a little bit of notifications. I'm streaming myself edit the podcast. Join if you want an early look at the episode, or just how exactly spends so much dang time editing. So, someone can spend so much dang time editing. Speaking of Twitter, I'm going to be doing a trivia thing on Twitter. I mean, I know if you're on YouTube, you're pretty far behind in the podcast. If you really want to listen to the podcast, which we have two views, so who the hell am I talking to? Listen to it on any podcast app like Spotify or Anchor. Looks like it's done. All right, let's see how.
No,
That's really good. What do you mean?
that's really fucking good.
I need to go now too. I'll go down by 3 as well. Oops. Hit Control R, which does a repeat. -3. Well, these parts a little.
Is the 20 effect discussion?
Yeah, I could go down 3. I could stand to go down 3. Oop. Control R. Dead air, dead air. But anyway, I was saying about the trivia. I'm going to be doing a trivia thing. I'm going to be dropping $150 on this bad boy. Follow us on Twitter, and eventually, sometime probably late March, I'm going to. Speaking of which, I'm going to open the Discord. If you can't tell, I get distracted very easily. But anyway. I'm going to be doing a trivia thing. Each right answer, I'll send you $10 on PayPal. So just listen to the podcast. Then yeah, you'll be $10 richer, or $150 if you sweep it. If any of you care. I'm shooting myself editing the podcast. If any of you care, I'm saying in the Discord. Or is that too, like, passive aggressive? If any of you feel like joining. And then I'll do a little shrug guy. Shrug. I'll do a shrug gif. Although if you click on the gif, I'll do a shrug guy. This has been tweeting and posting with Justin. Doop, 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 doop. Where's the shrug guy? He's way down here. Shrug. Where is he? Got him. Alright. Let's see if it's done. No, still have 2 minutes. Jesus. Oh, forgot to do a link. Uh-oh. Don't clown on me! Okay, Zach is typing. And I can see Brian sees it. And possibly Nelson. Alright, let's close that out. Okay, let's check the Twitter again. I doubt anyone was responding. This is basically what I do. Oh, Brian retweeted it. Thank you, Brian. I already talked about the trivia, right? I think I did. All right. I'm good. Still waiting for that Audacity to load the effect. Got a minute left. Oh, you probably can't see the window of Amplify, applying Amplify. I wonder if I could change that in Streamlabs, that like you could see that as well. Add source. Add a new source. Capture. Yes. Haha. You can now see that it's amplifying. I did it. Streamlabs is confusing. Well, it's not that confusing. I just don't consider myself a streamer. Okay. This is the 20 Effect Discussion Podcast. I'm Justin, the DM, and I can beat through the fire and flames on expert.
Damn.
That's really good. What do you mean?
That's really fucking good.
Okay, so see the lot of fuzz here. If you solo it, some background noise. So what you gotta do, noise reduction, get noise profile. Noise reduction, and wait 15 minutes or however long it takes. See? Well, I mean, this takes a lot of time, but it only affects me in the beginning stages. Most of the time is spent cutting out silences like right here. Or right here, maybe. Oh, Nelson's in. Hi, Nelson. I've already edited the Zach and Nelson one. So, sorry you can't see my process there. It is Nelson. It is me, Nelson. And that's my cat. She's in heat. Please get off of my desk. Anyways. Yeah, I gotta wait. What was it? 5 minutes and 31 seconds. This is one of the most boring parts of the editing process. I usually just watch YouTube while I wait, but I can't do that on YouTube Live because it'll get taken down or something. So, I want to tweet about the trivia thing. Maybe the next sweeping thing. I gotta do a compression on Jake, I'm pretty sure. And that'll take a while, so I'll just use that time to tweet. Lol, hi. Oh, lovely. And that's fine. I'm just worried about my audio levels. Yeah, your audio levels are fine nowadays. Before in the Tenebris one, it was a little rough. Put a little compressor on that. Put a little amplify up and down. It's all right. But the new stuff is good because you got a mic or something. All right, how much time left? Yeah, I'm gonna use this time to tweet. Like I said, I'm gonna tweet about the trivia. Can't see what I'm doing, but you know, if you look at my Twitter, you can at the 20 Effect Pod. Not talking to you specifically, Nelson. I know you've said your piece about Twitter. All right. Let's see. Quote tweet. You know what? It's on. Expect an update tweet within the next week. I'll be tweeting about this every day until the day comes. Hashtag 20 effect trivia. No. 20 effect. I want like a funny name. I'll think of something clever. New laptop, haha, that's the built-in mic. Well, good. Better than probably your phone, I'm assuming, which is what Jake still uses, which we need to get him a mic. Will's always like, Jake, let me drop you off a mic. And then Jake's like, yeah, next time you're in Bristol or something. And meanwhile, there's a quarantine, and Will's never in Bristol. Part of me just wants to buy Jake a mic, but I don't think he'd accept it. Will would step in between and be like, wait, there's a free mic right here. I just want Jake to have a good mic, man. The soonest we can get Jake a mic. Oh. No. Okay, we gotta come up with a hashtag. 20 effect trivia? I don't think so. No. Podcast trivia with prize. D&D 20 effect. T20. I like that. T20E. How about 20 effect trivia game? I don't expect, this to be a trending hashtag unless someone famous tweets something that gets them canceled with 20 effect trivia game just so on it. That would be neat. Let's get who's someone super ultra famous. Kelsey Grammer, Frasier. Let's get him to tweet some bad things. Let's provoke him. I could do that. I don't have that many fans. I could say stuff like this. I'm just kidding. Nobody do that. I'm just gonna tweet it. Your chance to possibly win $10 to $150. All right, that should get something rolling. Okay, it's done. See how I sound now. For reference, I talked it down right beforehand.
Still?
There you go. All right, now going back.
Damn.
That's really good.
I think Jake should be good. I think Jake's audio should be good.
Damn.
That's really good. What do you...
But I noticed, I always do this just in case.
All right.
Because I do this thing Jesus, leave me alone. I'm just gonna close this door. I'm sure everyone's sick of hearing this cat in the background. No, maybe not, but it's annoying me. Normally I'd give her attention or whatever, but she's in heat. Getting her fixed soon. Okay, but anyway. See those little waveforms? This means that there's like some kind of noise in the background. If you can't hear anything, I suppose you could just leave it. But I noticed recently, I'm not going to say which episodes, that I do this. I'm like 100%, 99% sure it's me, that my nose made this like really high-pitched nose sound. I didn't like it. It made me cringe. So I've just been mass muting people when they aren't talking. But also, I edit down any sort of silence, as you just noticed.
What do you mean?
That's really fucking good.
All right.
For reference, I talked it down right beforehand.
Still though, my God. Okay. I am Brian, one of the players. Okay. I am Brian, one of the players. And I cook, I think. Actually, a pretty good cook, I think.
Hey.
That's
I have-
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, most people that have tried my food have
Brian's on push to talk, so I give him a little leniency. But sometimes you could hear a little kid in the background. That's fine.
most people that have tried my food have said only good things.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you made pork for us or something, right?
Probably.
One time, I think. That
I don't-
was good.
It's usually not a negative review yet.
He does make very good, like this Puerto Rican style pork. I do enjoy it. It was very good. We were at D&D at his house. I do miss playing D&D at his house. Very much.
Review yet.
And I'm Jake, and typically I play Ash in most.
Not sure we need two andas.
And I'm Jake. Typically I play Ash in most episodes, and I have read
There's the
a
third.
book series that is 14 books long, and the smallest one is 600 pages.
That's a lot of books. Oh shit.
He
What
jerked
is
off
it?
on one of the pages too.
I did, so now it's a little short. But
Now it's 2 pages shorter.
hell yeah.
What was the...
It's called The Wheel of Time. It's easily...
Wheel of Time heads. Shout out. You know what? I'm going to live look up what Wheel of Time is. What is Wheel of Time? It's a series of high fantasy novels written by American author James Oliver Rigney Jr. under his pen name Robert Jordan. Originally planned as a 6-book series, The Wheel of Time spanned 14 volumes. Oh boy. 1984 is the first one. Oh, it was published in 1990. Cool. I do not know what would inspire him to... Oh, it is one of the best-selling fantasy series since Lord of the Rings. Well, there you go. Good job, Jake.
Called The Wheel of Time. It's Second best book series I've ever read.
And the first is Twilight.
Yes.
First is Twilight.
Yes. Absolutely.
I
Now, if
think
we're
that's
talking manga, we're talking manga. Now, if we're
think that's-
talking manga, if we're talking manga, then Promise
Still
Neverland's
Twilight.
number one.
it's still Twilight.
Oh, okay.
I haven't finished that. I got.
You should. How have you not? It's been done for
Justin,
so
what are
long.
you doing?
We don't need Promise Neverland talk in this episode. I'll leave that in because this is like opinion, man. I got.
You should. How have you not? It's been done for
Justin,
so
what are
long.
you doing?
Caution. Promise Neverland spoilers ahead. The last thing I saw was all the mother. It's our shit now.
Shit, you're
really
like right
close.
there.
Yeah.
You're like,
You're like
I think it's only like
4
5.
chapters.
Yeah, literally.
Sometimes I let it get in the red if multiple people are talking, because whatever, you know? Anyway, this is
Yeah.
where the other 3 would come in. This is where I'm speaking of Frankensteining
which-
them. All right, let's cut all this out. All right, let's get back to the beginning. All right, right here. All right, labels. It took me so long to get into labels in Audacity. Control B, label down here. I used to write down on a piece of paper what time I should add the music and stuff like that, but this, you just add a label. Intros. All right.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Oh shit!
Anyway.
I can't believe Zach said that. Just throw that in there.
What
Sure.
a loser. He plays Final Fantasy 14.
What did you add? Oh no, because he has that. Wait, how'd you know? Did he
What?
mention it?
That he plays Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we talked about doing my Demon Slayer campaign, he asked me
Oh yeah.
if 14. So
Wait, do you? This was
I
recorded
used to-
like a month
he's on
ago, and I don't remember it, so I'm kind of half listening to it. Yeah. Yeah, he's on that grind.
yeah, I got
Anyway,
I've
music
never
has been
played
going on.
Final Fantasy.
I
any
played
of
7.
them. Okay, 7's
I-
respectable.
I don't know. I played like an
Let's
advanced
kill
version.
Brian.
Like,
All of them though. That's 1
Let's
through
kill
6. Have
Brian
Game Boy Advance
for
versions.
not playing I had Final
I only
Fantasy.
played one of them.
I was like 6 or something.
They had the Black Mage.
That again, that is literally all. He
That's
didn't-
actually 1,
like,
2,
you-
3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 11.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
There was a
Basically,
white
yeah.
and red one too.
Okay, that was the first one because you could
Wow.
choose which one it could be, right?
I'm highlighting this because I intend to delete it.
I know if they died, they were permagon.
Wait, what the fuck? That's not Final Fantasy.
It was.
You know what? We've had this conversation before.
No, we have.
We
And
had this conversation before. What the
I
fuck
looked
was
it up, and it was no.
See how loud his things are. If I didn't lower it in Audacity or in Amplify, it would be peaking.
Can we skip this? This isn't part of this. Can we skip this?
Okay, music has been going on this entire time that we've been talking.
Leave
There's
this
been
on
some
too.
background music.
We're leaving it in there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it
not.
might be
Or-
like a distant ghost memory
Just
coming in.
cut it in while everyone else is talking. Me and Brian in
Yeah.
the background are just arguing whether or not it's Final Fantasy.
That'd be good.
That's why we don't respond because we're just arguing.
Just on a loop in the background as they're talking.
Yes.
Just me being like, God damn it, Brian, it's not Final Fantasy over and over again. And he just keeps going on about it.
This is getting lost to time. We come in. That's my text ringtone, everyone. It is the sound from Naruto when they activate a jutsu. I very much enjoy it. Come in with the cursed man. All right. Texting back. Texting. I don't know how people treat their textings on like Twitch streams, but I don't know if they text at all. Twitch streams. But I'm texting right now, no matter how rude it is. Text on yo bitches. Texting Ayana. Alright. Let's get back to editing. Where's my mouse? Okay. Oh, what am I doing? I already deleted everything. Let me get back to the beginning. It's going to be very confusing later. You know, I'll Control Z that so I'm not confused. Control Z is undo, everyone. Undo is Control Z. Alright. So on all the other ones, I've been labeling them like this. And I'll be like, this is the part where they talk about, and then blah, blah, blah. So it's easier to organize. I don't know how I want to go from here in order to organize it. I think I'll just do like sweeping arcs for this one because this is the one where I did the most detail. I'm just going to drop in all the conversations from everyone else. I think the one with Will, I edited down to like half hour, and then the one with Nelson and Zach, that was only 40 minutes to begin with. I think that was also half an hour. Nelson and Zach were only in, technically speaking, Nelson and Zach were only in 2 sessions together, but Zach was in 3 sessions, including If You Drop Me, I'm Dead. So didn't have too much to talk about, especially since Will was so late and he did not show up. Well, he showed up halfway through, but I edited that out because I was too lazy to find his audio and put it in there. Sorry, Will. I haven't played Final Fantasy at all. Well, that's because you're a youngin'. Well, I mean, it's never too late to start because Final Fantasy 15 came out and that was like one of those AAA games. But, you know, take it up with Zach and Jake. All right, we come in with the Cursed Mansion. Where you guys I don't know where I'm gonna find, hours long music to set with underneath the Cursed Mansion. Where you guys, I made the mistake of asking everyone I knew if they wanted to come do a D&D podcast. And this ended up being a 4.5 hour recording session. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to label everything that I know that we talked about. That's good. All right. This ended up being a 4.5 hour recording session,
Mm-hmm.
and I cut it down to 2-ish hours because there's probably 2 hours of arguing. And Nelson, you're probably going to hear a lot of the same things I talked about with you, with them. This ended up being a 4.5 hour recording session,
Mm-hmm.
and I cut it down to 2-ish hours because there's probably 2 hours of arguing in
Yes.
that
Yeah.
episode that I cut out.
Absolutely.
And so I cut out all the uhs too. One time I read this iTunes review of a podcast, a D&D podcast that I liked. I won't say their name, so their feelings don't get hurt. And I thought it was perfectly fine. I didn't notice it, but there's a review that was like 1 star. It's hard to listen to the podcast in between all the ums and ahs. They should rename it the podcast or the podcast. Oh jeez. So I try to edit out as many uhs as I can. Unless it's like, and so walk much? And so, because that's a funny going in, it's that interview room where it took like 40 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and cut it down to 10. And first question, will we ever find out what happened to Misho's arm? All right. Recording session,
Mm-hmm.
and I episode that I cut out.
Absolutely.
All right, gonna label this. You know, I'm just gonna label it. Just put a flag down on it. Long recording. Because I talked about that with everyone. Jake is younger than me. Oh, I always seem to forget that. I'm sorry. I don't know why I picture Jake older. Are you one of those December or January birthdays? Maybe Jake's. I know Jake, I think, might be November. No, you guys have similar birthdays. We've argued about this before. I'm sitting on my foot. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut it down to 2-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut it. Or is it implied? Show's arm. Or is it implied?
No, it just kind of happened. Like, he doesn't, it's not like a big character moment, I guess, for him in his history.
But he implied that was. Well, he implied that was his, like, what happened when he lost it was his, like, because he's like, that was my greatest accomplishment. That's a little choppy. Well, he implied that was his, like, what happened when he lost it was his, like, because he's like, that was. He implied that was his, like, what happened when he lost it. That was my greatest accomplishment. Let's see if this makes sense. He implied that was his, like, that was my greatest accomplishment. Maybe. I'll leave it. No one will know. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was just him kind of changing his life, because he used to be kind of like, spoilers, whatever, somewhat. He used to be like a prince, kind of, like a nobleman essentially, and then
Normally, if no, I'm not going to spoil it. Episode doesn't come out unless
kind
then
of
you know.
like a something happened and he lost his arm and he switched from a nobleman to more of like a traveling mercenary, rough and gruff kind of guy.
I was going to say normally I would edit out backstory stuff just in case that I would want to use it in an upcoming thing. But let's say I don't need it, so I'm going to keep it in.
And then he lost his arm and he switched from a nobleman to more of like a traveling mercenary, rough and gruff kind of guy. And yeah, in terms of him losing his arm, it wasn't necessarily him losing it. It was getting the tattoo on the placement of the arm that was more of his greatest achievement of how he got the tattoo and everything.
Okay. I'm hoping / betting we'll see some of that referenced in the final arc. Yeah. I'm not gonna let me show down. Okay. I'm hoping / betting we'll see some of that in the final arc.
Most likely, yes.
I mean, you're the damn DM. There better be.
That is true. That is very.
Doop, doop, doop. So, what was your guys' confidence going into the Cursed Mansion? Should I put it at the end? Or yeah, I'm gonna put it at the end. So, what was your guys' confidence going into the Cursed Mansion?
Well, personally, I've only ever had terrible times using rogues. So not good. Like I was not confident at all. My rogue builds are weird. Build them very good. I always use fucking monks. So I don't know. I tried to build kind of like.
Man, I have to look around my mic. Damn it. Wish I had one of those big streamer pole mics. Not that I really need it for anything. I just have my mic on a stand in front of me, which is probably what most people have. I don't know why I had to make that distinction.
Fucking monks. So I don't know. I tried to build kind of like that in a sense, but I guess it worked out pretty well because he's actually pretty effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, climbing on ceiling stuff.
Arguably the most effective one there.
Oh, it's a bold claim that I bet that anyone would step up to try and fight him on. Listen, I've got 15 attacks per round. Anyone. Nobody's watching anymore. This is sad now. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going anyway.
Arguably the most effective one there.
I don't know. Zach being able to change spells like to whatever fucking like element he wants is kind of fucking like disgustingly OP.
Well, there's
He
a
only used
change
it once, right?
Well, there's a change that everybody suggests that I'm going to suggest to him because there's a really I'm cutting this out. There's a really broken thing where if you change hold person to dex saves or intelligent something like that, dex saves, yes. Then they will never be able to break out because they auto fail dex saves. So they're just paralyzed for the rest of their life.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna keep this in because I told this to Zach out of game. I feel like it's something that I should keep in.
Damn.
That's pretty bad.
So
That's
there's
yeah.
a
Wow.
thing that they suggest, which I'll let him know. Thing that they suggest, which I'll let him know.
That is yes. I don't.
Absolutely.
Is it? I think it would be better to just not tell him about it and see if he ever notices.
No. No, there's a. Okay, I'll just say it. There's a change where it just type
Oh,
saves.
like meant. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. You're feeling pretty good about it though, going into it, because Misho, in my opinion, was. That is yes. I was actually feeling pretty good about it though, going into it, because Misho. Good about it though, going into it, because Misho, in my opinion, was the first like optimized build I ever went for. Because every other character I've made before this, besides character that I made who turned out pretty fucking OP, Misho is the only one that's actually effective at what he does when he can actually. Because I remember I was talking to Brian before we recorded, and I had just finished making Misho, and I had done like if somehow. I remember I was talking to Brian before we recorded, and I had just finished making Misho. Before we recorded, and I had just finished making Misho, and I had done like if somehow he was able to roll max damage in like a single turn.
I don't think we need this.
Misho is the only one that's actually effective at what he does when he can actually hit.
Listen, I cut it down. Nobody's gonna listen to a 5-hour podcast. Well, I would, but most people would not.
Yeah, so it was like I was actually pretty hyped going into it. And then the tattoo and. And then the tattoo and everything, and there was just no moments really to use it into it. And then the tattoo and everything, and there was just no moments really to use it.
Yeah, I could tell you were having fun optimizing the shit out of this character.
It was, oh my god, it was so much fun because I never made it. So I was like, I just want to fuck shit up, and it was fun when he could hit. He missed a lot. I'm not using those dice anymore because they're shit.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there.
I don't know. I was so hyped, and then he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
and it was his own fault, I think, more than anything. But
leading into that,
luck.
Shit. Leading into that, oops. Conference. I burp a lot when I drink Monster. I cut all that out of the podcast. But I'm going to go bleed a lizard. hoping that there wasn't toilet sounds. I'm leaving this little gap here just to be able to split it. Leading into that, which brings you guys to the actual mansion. You guys step into that anti-magic field. You guys have some good... Man, heading is such a drag. It took a long time to... You guys step into that anti-magic field. You guys have some good banter. Get into the habit of everything that I do. Now it sounds good. It sounds passable, I suppose. But, yeah. It takes so long. Stepping in there. And you step up. You cross the threshold. There's a lot of different things going on at once. You know, the dead people on the ground. Just the general... Jake does a lot. I appreciate it in context, like during, you know, lets me know you're listening, but I edit out most of them. I don't think Jake cares. Just the general feeling that I gave you where it's like some bad shit's up in there. So, you guys went upstairs. Don't need that sniffle. Stairs, and you guys face that bandit who was in the door. You know, whatever. You guys figured out his deal. You're like, something's up. You guys kept going. You guys went to, and you guys faced that bandit who was in the door. You guys went upstairs. I could do without this part. Something's up. You guys kept going. You guys went to the life room, quote, quote, where there's life room, quote, quote, where there's just like everyone who want to build this life here in this mansion just hung out. And then, you know, you found the first cursed item. You know, you found the... And then you found the first cursed item, which was on somebody named McCarthy. And the bandits broke in. They're like, we want... Bandits broke in. They're like, we want that boot. Those boots. And you guys fought. And I really regret not being able to have the time to make a more... Cursed boots. I don't remember if we talked about it with Nelson or Will or Zach. I'm going to go back a little bit. There's a lot of different things going on at once. The dead people on the ground. Just the general feeling that I gave you where it's like some bad shit's up in there. So, alright, stepping in. I don't remember if we have any banter about stepping in. Somebody named McCarthy. And the bandits broke in. I really regret not being able to have the time to make a more in-depth combat because I just had you guys one-shot them. It's because at that point, we were... At that point, we were in like an hour and a half, and you guys just got to the first room. And so I was like, combat's going to take forever, so I did that really quick. Really... Uh-oh, my voice cracked. I did that really quick, like, maybe to the point combat. I did that really...
I mean, it still kind of makes sense, though, you know? Like, or, you know, hired mercenaries, and then they're just some...
Shit.
Like, straggler ass like people. Like look, like
Yeah.
peasant ass. So like it makes sense that we would insta kill them.
That's true. They've been in
Yeah.
that mansion for a while, and that really sucks the soul out of you.
Ultimately, I think it made sense that we actually one shot them.
All right. But then lack of combat. I talked with everyone, I believe. I have another half an hour that I'm streaming. I gotta say, I hate editing. But I'm going through it. I'm a big fan of the podcast, so I just, gotta edit. But then Brackus made the mistake
Of putting them on.
according to Brian, of getting his little mitts on them. And then he had the boots on, which he can't. Boots on, which he cannot take off. He had this really bad curse on him, but he still ran really fast and stuff, whatever. And Brian had the really great idea, too late, but really great idea. Really fast and stuff, whatever. Putting the boots on. Man, I'm sleepy and hungry. Great idea, too late, but really great idea of grabbing a bandit and having him have all the cursed items. No one listened to him.
Of course, I said it. I was like, come on. You can use this guy. I'll take him with me. Everyone ignored it. Not a single fucking word was said about it.
No one acknowledged you.
I will come to my defense here. I was probably peeing. I think I peed a good 6 times during that session, given it was
God.
4 hours.
Yeah,
I remember I felt so. I remember I felt so bad because we literally like hadn't even gotten into the mansion, and it was like an hour and a half. I PM'd Justin, and I was like, Justin, if I go mute, like, does it make any like does it make like a mute noise? Because like I have to piss so bad. So yeah, I it was a good like 6-7 times trips to the bathroom because it was so long. So I may have just not been there to defend you.
Yeah, all right. No, but like, I genuinely brought it up. Solid. I probably one of my best ideas I've ever come up with in a session. Yeah. Like, it was solid because I knew they were cursed. I was like, why the fuck would we risk our lives? We can just put it on this fucking dummy guy that I can literally straggle on me, and it would have worked. Like,
as soon as you said that, like, I was like. Like, oh shit, a loophole. I didn't think about that.
Nope. No one listened to me, so it still went your way, kind of.
So you guys continue. All right, I know that. Oh man, I'm so sleepy. Brian's solid idea. 8 minutes in. See this? I wish it was all the way over here. Alright, we're on 8:44. Let's see how much time I have left. Oh, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Alright. sigh. Been streaming for 1 hour. So you guys continued on to the clubs, where you spent like an hour trying to like lure out this invisible person.
Anna's home.
Fixated on this DJ booth. Hello, I'm streaming. Don't say anything that you wouldn't want people to hear. Alright, well, that's the end of it. Ayana's home. I said I would only stream till Ayana's home. She got home early. Say hi, Ayana.
Hi.
Cool.
Is anybody listening?
Not currently, but Nexus Nelson was in here. So, thanks for joining, Nelson. And thanks for anyone who watches this in the future to watch this. This has been me streaming, me editing.